you let me violate you?
Okay, so 2010, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Based on the Scott Pilgrim graphic novels by Brian Lee O'Malley, Scott Pilgrim plays in a band, has a high school girlfriend 5 years his junior and hasn't fully recovered from being dumped by his former girlfriend, now a huge success with her own band. When Scott meets and falls for Ramona Flowers, he encounters obstacles while breaking up with his current girlfriend Knives as he tries to romance Ramona. And as if juggling two women wasn't enough, Ramona comes with 7 ex-lovers, each of whom Scott must battle to the death in order to win Ramona. Starring Michael Cera, Kieran Culkin, Anna Kendrick, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Ellen Wong, Chris Evans, Mae Whitman, Brandon Routh and Jason Schwartzman, Scott Pilgrim is adapted and directed by Edgar Wright, who is best known for giving us Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. The film bangs along with gusto and energy and admirably manages to achieve a nice medium between the filmic world and the one of the graphic novel where the story originated. Okay, so I went along and saw this film not having read any of the Scott Pilgrim books and actually not knowing, sorry for all you comic lovers, I'm not really a comic-y person, but not knowing that it was a graphic novel, until I sort of sat there and went, is this a graphic novel? So yeah, I enjoyed it because I love performers like Chris Evans and Brandon Routh, and when I saw the preview, the teaser for the film to me looked great. I was like, yeah, I want to go see it. And then I kind of came away from it. I liked a lot of the mixing of the pop culture in the film. I really love the meshing of a lot of that stuff, like the pop culture and the computer games, and the sort of band power. And the film looked great to me, and I enjoyed physically watching it, but I didn't really like the story that much. It was funny, it had its moments of humour, but really I thought it banged on for way too long and it kind of pissed me off, to be honest. So at the end I was a little bit like, oh God, end, please God, end. And then it did, and I wondered whether we've had enough of Michael Cera doing the same shtick over and over again. It's very funny every single time, but I kind of went, So, I don't know, what did you think?
Well, I have to say, this is why I love reviewing with you, because we're always on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
I knew you'd be like, this film rocks! I'd be like... This
film actually put Edgar Wright in my top 5 directors.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, because I love everything I've seen of his. I've been a fan of his since he was directing the Spaced TV series.
Okay. And don't get me wrong, because Shaun of the Dead is one of my favourite films.
Yeah.
And Hot Fuzz, I went, absolutely. But yeah, anyway, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was just another example of how clever he is, I think, as a director. Like, stylistically, he has a very definite style, very unique style, I find, which I just love.
I loved it too, and I love the style of the film, as I said, I love the way it was put together, and I love those quick, sharp changes, of scenes and things coming at you left, right and centre.
Yeah.
And it kept you interested, but it just felt so long.
Yeah, no, I didn't get that. I just, there was something that was entertaining me, pretty much at every point. There wasn't a lull in it that I noticed. I think perhaps the only thing that kind of didn't, wasn't great for me was one of the ex-evil boyfriends, which is actually a girlfriend.
Mae Whitman.
I didn't particularly like her. I thought there were a couple of lines of dialogue that I didn't really think were all that great. One of them that was included in the trailer, so fortunately I was prepared for it. I really liked it. And yes, Michael Cera is doing the same thing over and over again.
It works though.
But yeah, in this case it really works, and I can't blame Edgar Wright for casting him in this, because he's perfectly suited to it. Absolutely.
I just, there was something about it that just agitated me.
Okay.
Maybe it was because it was... I can't quite, to be honest, I actually can't quite put my finger on it. Like when I was watching it, I appreciated, given the story, that the story needed to be heightened and the acting needed to be somewhat heightened.
Yeah.
And I wonder whether I would have enjoyed it more had I known of the graphic novels and sort of was versed in those. Yeah, I mean, I love Jason Schwartzman. The actors in it, you know, I actually really, really like. I don't know what it was. It just banged on a bit too much for me.
Okay, that's understandable.
I don't know, it's funny because like I don't even know what else to say about it, like really, because I enjoyed the style, I liked the actors,
Yeah.
like maybe it was just the story. I think that I just kind of went too long.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, you know, he's got 7 X's to get through. Like,
yeah, and you know what? And that's the thing. I think after like you know he's got 7 X's, and so after like 2, I think to myself, oh, shit, there's another 7 of them. There's another 5 of them to go.
But they're all quite unique.
They are.
I think.
They are.
And also, I guess probably being you know a kind of 80s. Game fanboy, perhaps you know the idea of like going to the next level, like you know making it very much like a video game, kind of also had an appeal to me as well. You know.
Yeah. I mean, actually, you know, I think what probably pissed me off about it, and maybe it's a girl, maybe it really is a girl thing, but what pissed me off about it and got me offside from the get-go was the fact that the character was so fickle. Like he was already in this relationship with this girl that he really liked, and then who was lovely, and then he saw this other woman who he wanted to be in a relationship with, and then just avoided this other girl, and I think that's what it was. I put my finger on it. It made me really dislike him.
Well,
I thought he's this piss-weak guy who's said all this stuff to this woman, this young girl, about being in a relationship, and then sees one other, and there's an audience member I'm supposed to like go, yeah, you should battle all the exes when you treated this other girl like shit.
Well, you see, isn't that interesting given what we've just said about Hanover Street? And that was my exact problem with the female lead.
Isn't that so true?
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you. Oh, look, Fabs and I like to say.
Yeah, so there you go. All right.
So I think that's probably okay. I think that's what I found him unlikable.
Okay, well, yeah, I just kind of take him as a dweeb. And I think at one point I did think that what he was doing was a bit wrong as well, but just given the lightheartedness of it, you know, I just went along with it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Nail it.
Nail it. I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10.
8 for
Ooh.
me.
Scott! Let it go. Don't give him the satisfaction.
What if I want the satisfaction?
Scott Pilgrim!
Hey! Buddy, welcome to the Chaos Theater! Somebody get this man a drink, Coke Zero, right? I'm not here to drink! Whoa. Well, I've got no beef with you.
Well, what if I have a beef with you?
Are you still mad about the whole thing with the guild?
You mean the League?
The Guild League, whatever. It's ancient history.
I'll show you how ancient of history it is.
Wait. There's no use crying over spilled Coke, buddy. The lady made her choice, and we're all just gonna have to move on.
Well, I ain't moving, buddy.
You want to fight me for her?
Was that not clear? Was that not clear?
I don't know. Now, why on earth would you want to do